Hiya everybody, welcome to a building tutorial. I haven't said that in quite a while. I am sorry for the amount of time between building tutorials, but my last Ark video took me 2 months and I needed a break after I did it. So I've been catching up on about 2 years worth of my back catalogue of games that I haven't played because of Ark. Anyway, enough rambling. Today I'm going to show you how to hide a behemoth gate in the entrance of your castle and how to make this roof design. To do this, I advise using the creative mode if you have access to it, and you will have to have the no clip feature enabled. So let's go. Before the tutorial starts, I'll just mention, if you scale down the method that I use here, you can make little alcove doorways or windows. So I've just taken the brickwork away to show you. Anyway, on with the building tutorial. Okay, to start off with, I have my foundations 7 across, and I've placed walls on the corners in an L shape. This lets me get my gate in the right position. If you try to build this, you don't need the gate to start off with. I'm just putting it in for a visual aid. So as you can see, I'm just lining up the green lines coming through the walls, and it makes it a bit easier to get your gate central. I'm getting a bit too fussy here because I'm actually going to demolish the gate in a minute. You'll see why very soon, why you don't want the gate there. So I'm going to go up 8 walls. Obviously, if you want to go different heights, you can. So if you want a lower archway, just bring that number down. And that looks about the right height to me. And now I destroy the gate. And this is where the fun in the games really start, and lots of swearing normally. So you place a ceiling, and then you place a pillar just poking through, and then another ceiling and another pillar stepped up. I find the wood is the easiest to use because you've got those little bars on the side that give you a good visual reference. And here's where the fun and games start, when it doesn't want to snap the pillar in the right place. Sometimes it will show it's going to snap it where you want and it will appear somewhere else. I'm sure you've all experienced it. If it keeps happening, just move to a different angle and keep trying. I wish I could give you some tip to stop this happening, but I've never found a really effective method to guarantee it won't keep doing it. Just having a look, I only want to go up as high as one single wall, so I just need to do one more ceiling high. And that's sticking out too far. So I'll try a different angle. That's too high again. I'll just let you know now, it doesn't get much easier with the amount of snap points you're creating. This will be a problem you'll encounter all the way through the build, and sorry, I can't tell you how to avoid it. If anybody finds a way to prevent this from happening all the time, please let me know in the comments. So there we go, that's the height of a wall, finally. Now for the next step, I want to take the ceilings all the way across to the other side. And then you start putting the layers of ceilings in. And here we go, you'll see a lot of the time it shows me the green in one place and then it tries to place it somewhere else. Sometimes you have to try to place one where you already have a ceiling and then it will appear where you want. Make sure you've got your swear jar handy when you try this. And make sure there's no kids in the room, because I'm sure the air will turn blue. And there we go. So now I've gone all the way across, I've gone to the centre, and I want to start placing walls to each snap point. By doing this, it means you don't have to mess around with pillars to go even higher up. And once again, I want to go up to the height of one wall. And once again, I'm getting that problem with it jumping snap points. But it's certainly a lot easier once you've got the walls, rather than trying to do it with the pillars. I'll just double check. Yes, that is the right height. But I have to finish off my foundation, so I'll be back soon. Okay, now for the next part, which is snapping ramps onto each layer of ceiling. If possible, try not to get two ramps overlapping like that, because the last thing you want is to create extra snap points. You've already got so many, it's a headache. Like I said earlier in the video, you're going to need a lot of patience. Keep your swear jar handy. There is no way to make this easier. Unless of course Wildcard follow through with at least one of their promises for us on the consoles and release S+. Last year they made a statement that they were going to bring, or aim to bring, 2 mods out for us on the console by the end of last year, and that didn't happen. Big surprise. And now they've recently announced we're not getting S+ for a good long time because they're busy working on their final map and probably doing a bit of side work on the other game that they're coming up with, which I cannot think of right now. So yes, the reason I went to the effort of working out to do this was because of the announcement that we're not getting S+, because one thing I've wanted for a long time is the upside down corner pieces, so you don't end up with big gaps when you try to do ceilings upside down. And this is where it gets very tricky when you've got just 2 or 3 snap points to find. This is the point where the game really doesn't want to cooperate with you. So if it doesn't work, move your position a little bit. I can't recommend strongly enough, if you're trying to do a build like this, if at all possible, use creative mode, because you'll be wasting a lot of materials and it is easier if you can use the fly command. Just one more to find. And now I finish it off until the ramps go through the wall. And that's what it should end up looking like. I want to close that gap on the corner a little bit. So more fun and games searching for the right snap point. This is frustrating. I almost gave up a few times when trying to come up with it, but it is worth it for the end effect, I think. Just try to make sure that ramp snaps onto the other ramp and not the wall. I can live with that little triangle in the corner. And now I do the other side. So I'm going to head off, record some more footage, and I'll be back soon with the next part of the tutorial. Okay, so I've finished either side now. Now you could leave your ceiling like that, with the flat ceiling in the middle. I want to have the apex meeting right in the middle. So that's perfectly in the middle, fantastic. So back to fighting the snap points. Now at this point, if you try to snap higher and you don't have a ceiling either side, it's very fussy and it probably won't give you the snap point. But if you place a ceiling on the other side, if it will bloody go, there we go. I'll do the same the other side. I will try to do the same the other side. God's sake, just go where I want you. Right, there we go, finally. So now I have that ceiling. It should give me the snap point a lot easier. Come on, don't make a fool of me, game. There we go. Okay, so I've still got a little bit of a gap, so I want to go a little bit higher. Come on. Oh yes, arc logic right there, right in front of your eyes. Sometimes it's easier just to let them go wherever. Oh, of course. Stupid game. Yep, sometimes it's easier just to let the ceilings go there, stack them up to fill up the snap points, and sometimes it seems to help a little bit. So for what I want to do, I can destroy one more. And that should guarantee to give me all the snap points I need now. It's quite fortunate I don't actually record my voice as I'm building. I do it afterwards because you'd hear nothing but swearing at this point. And I've missed something. I've got a gap there. So now it's best to try and not miss something like this, because you just make your life harder. Oh, and a nice bit of lag in the game to make it even harder still. At this point you will start to struggle trying to get that snap point. Come on. Let's try from underneath, that often works. Yes, there we go. Now this is very tricky, but on the bright side, once this internal structure is done, it all gets a lot easier. So I'll just finish this off and I'll go build some more and record some more footage. So I'll be back soon. And now we reach the stage where we place the behemoth gate. So using the walls that I've placed, I'm just looking for the green bit to glitch through at exactly the same time so I know it's straight. It would be a lot easier if you could be further away from behemoth gates, but we work with what we're given. Oh, I'm getting tired and grumpy. Okay, so that lines up nicely in the middle. And now I need to start building the structure around the behemoth gate. So I'm going to raise the walls up above the behemoth gate from the inside. And I'm going to build towers either side. So each side of my tower I'm going to go 2 ceilings wide. I then place a fence foundation, make sure it goes to the outside snap point. If you accidentally snap a fence foundation to an inside snap point when you get to the other side to meet up, you'll find a slight gap or misalignment with your walls, which does drive me crazy. So then just place a ceiling out. Fence foundation to the outside, another ceiling, look on the diagonal from corner to corner and you should get the snap point there, and you keep going until you get all the way around. As if you can place stuff in the right place. Keep destroying the excess stuff that you don't want. Okay, I've got a red tile there, so I just need to extend the foundations. Just coming out 3 should be plenty. And then once you finish the circle, I haven't quite yet, but just to show you, just start hanging your stone walls until you get down to the floor all the way around. So once you've done all of the walls and also filled in the ceilings at the top, you should have something looking like that. Now we want to cover the front. To avoid fighting all of those snap points that we've created, I'm going from the centre, just go up, place the ceiling, and then I can hang the walls down. This guarantees the walls are all at the same height at the very top. Otherwise, with all the snap points, you can easily end up with walls at different heights. You don't need to place walls all the way down, just enough so it all blends in with the wood. And see, I have a gap. No clipping feature really is fantastic. And there we go. That's what the front of it looks like. Okay, so I've joined up the main building with the gate now. I've just skipped past a lot of the boring placing 100 walls and lots of ceilings. And the interior now looks like this. So I've placed a pen either side and a gate into the castle proper. There's a viewing gallery overhead, but I want to hide some of that. But instead of having to recreate part of what I've done there to do the ramps, I'm going to use slope ceilings. So just use ceilings and walls to do that. step up like that, and that will give you a snap point for the sloped ceilings. And then I'll do the same from the other side. Doesn't matter whereabouts you do it because it's all going to be hidden. And then once you've done that, you can attach more sloped ceilings onto the side. So once you've finished, your interior ceiling looks something like that. Or you can get rid of the viewing balcony if you prefer, it's entirely up to you. The final major structural thing we have to do is hide a gap around the back. So just around here, I'm going to use this area to make a ramp to get up to the top of the towers. I think I'll use wood instead of stone. So I'll put a corner piece down there. As you'll see when I finish this, the reason I do my walls on the ramps down like this with the ceilings is because the corner pieces act like or look like a handrail. I wish we could have railings that went on slopes, but yeah, what can you do? It's wildcard. Love the game, but sometimes it drives me crazy. Okay, the ceiling won't snap there, which means it will snap to the other side for some reason. And there we go. I put the corner pieces to finish off the handrail. And then I can start placing the ballista turrets and the railings and the torches and all the decorations. And there is the finished gateway. There's still a lot more I could add to it, and I probably will over the next few weeks as I work on finishing this castle. I'll just switch it over to night time, just so you can see what it's like with the torchlight. Haven't made it too dark, otherwise probably won't be able to see anything. And there's the finished interior, nicely lit up. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, I'm out of practice on the orbit cam. So all that's left is for me to say thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with another building tutorial soon. Bye everybody.